We welcome you, all our viewers, to another edition of Bystander at Newsstand. I have with me Vanguard newspaper, and on its front page, we have stories which will be read unto us. Buhari appoints Adamu CBN Debt Government AMCON Chairman. Buhari appoints Adamu CBN Debt Government AMCON Chairman. Sowore, what we told DSS. Wike tackles Oshiomhole at Abuja book launch. Wike tackles Oshiomhole at Abuja book launch. CBN to raise bank loans and deposit ratio to 70%. Wow. CBN to raise banks loan and deposit ratio to 70%. Showore's rearrest. Reps to probe DSS over invasion of courtroom. Reps to probe DSS over invasion of courtroom. Say one arm of government can't intimidate another. Fairness may be invaded someday by DSS operatives. Fear National Assembly may be invaded someday by DSS operatives. Tax Buhari on adherence to rule of law. Tax Buhari on adherence to rule of law. Why I didn't attend Wole Soyinka Center's award or Shibajo? Why I didn't attend Wole Soyinka Center's award or Shibajo? 1.4 million Ekiti residents engage in open defecation. UNICEF. 1.4 million Ekiti residents engage in open defecation. UNICEF. Naira depreciates to $363.56 in I&E window. International Human Rights Day. 70 million Nigerians face challenges of education, health, UN. 70 million Nigerians face challenges of education, health, UN. Buhari's ministers to reps. Why Nigeria must borrow $22.7 billion now? Buhari's ministers to reps. Why Nigeria must borrow $22.7 billion now? Police parade main suspect in murder of Kogi PDP woman leader. Kogi parade main suspect in murder of Kogi PDP woman leader. I'm sure our reviewers are ready to give unto us their takes. I am Babalola Timothy. Stay tuned. I will be right back. Showore's rearrest. Reps to probe DSS over invasion of courtroom.
Wow, that's a description of justice. The role played by DSS during court session was just a description of justice. It has never happened before in Nigeria. A situation where someone who was accused of an offense, was discharged by the courts, and within the court premises or even inside the court auditorium was rearrested again by the operatives of DSS. It's wrong, and it's showing that one arm of government is trying to intimidate other government departments. It's wrong. What the executive is doing is wrong. It's very bad. That the executive is using the security forces to torment other branch of arm of government in Nigeria. And after this rearrest, we learned that Buhari came out and said that they stood behind DSS, that DSS action should not be probed, that they are the one behind it. So what is he trying to showcase here? He's trying to tell us that he's above the law. But I want to tell you that NAS, National Assembly, they should probe Buhari, they should probe DSS. If care is not taken, they should impeach Mr. President.
We have a statement by NAS. Fear NAS may be invaded someday by DSS operatives. Presently, they are being insecure.
Yes. Now, but it happened last year now. It happened last year when the lawmakers in Nigeria resumed work. I mean, senators, they found out that DSS had blocked the entrance. I think you understand. Then, when they blocked the entrance, nobody could challenge them. And this woman, Godhead from South, Dokubo, Asari Dokubo's sister, challenged them. She questioned them. she held them. The woman fought, you know, vigorously with them, the SS officials, and they had to, you know, leave the entrance. Yes, it happened before. They were about arresting Sariki then, the then Senate president. They came in, they invaded the Senate, the National House to arrest Saraki. I don't know whether you had forgotten. They were masked, armed to the teeth. Shall you understand? They were about to arrest Mr. The Senate president, but they could not prevail on them because of what Miss Goodhead did, Asari Dokubo's daughter. Yes, it's happened before. No protection for the NAS. DSS might invade NAS someday, I believe. Someday they're going to do that. So they have no fear. They don't fear anybody. Executive is using them to torment Nigerian citizens. Do you know how many people that were being detained in DSS cell secretly? If they could make the list known to us, we would be like, wow, we don't know such things are happening at the back door. So that's the point.
Okay, taxed Buhari on adherence to rule of law.
Yes. Buhari is not, responsive to the rule of law. And he has not even come out with any agenda right from the start, from onset, 2015. He has not come out with agenda, and his promises are being, ignored. He has not relinquished any promise so far since he started. Then he's not he's not respecting the law. He's not being responsive to law. He's not obeying court orders, and irrespective the fact that people are crying and calling on him to be very loyal to law, to obey the law. Everybody is clamoring that from every, nook and cranny, many organizations, the Amnesty, the civil rights organizations, even some government departments, you understand, are crying, look, you are not doing the right thing, and you are the head of the executive. Why are you being so, disdain, treating the court with disdain? Court order, the judiciary, you've been, treating judiciary this thing with disdain. The man is not perturbed. So what I'm trying to say is that they should find another alternative, you understand, to make sure that Buhari should see law as something that is so sacrosanct. You understand? No man is an island. No arm of government is indispensable. If the three arms of government are not working hand in hand, we can never get to the promised land. In a situation whereby one department is just claiming to be ahead of others, it can't work. That is not in a presidential system of government setup. It can work. In a democratic setup, the three arms are working in unison. So, but in a situation whereby one man is trying to say, I'm the one that is power drunk, I'm the one that is holding power, nobody can do anything to me. If I give order, nobody can flaunt it. If the judiciary give order, I can mess anything from the judiciary or the courts. So you find out that we've missed out. That's the point.
Actually, it's a good move that they have to probe, because number one, the head. Before you talk of the body, the head is more important than the body. The head controls the body. The body doesn't control the head. So if the head is gone, the body is useless. If somebody have a stroke, it starts from the head, from the brain. So that brain, the portion in the brain that's affected, it will affect part of the body that it controls. So the head first. So what they want to do is good. But it's not that they have interests of Sowore at heart in this situation, but it's themselves. So probing the DSS over the invasion is good, so that there will not be any reoccurrence in the future again, without a reference of how the House of Rep have dealt with it or have been able to curtail it, so that there will not be a future reoccurrence of it. So that one is good.
Okay. We have say one arm of government can't intimidate another.
Yes, it's good, because if you know what the Bible says, that if a kingdom is divided against itself, that kingdom will not stand. It will collapse. And we have an example in the Bible. three nations came to fight Israel at the time of Jehoshaphat. But when two nations face the one nation, they finish them. After finishing them, they face the other and defeat themselves. So that's what they mean. That that no arm of the government can attack the other one or be against, because a kingdom that stands against itself will collapse.
Okay. Fear NAS may be invaded someday by DSS operatives. National Assembly
Yeah, they
would be
fear that
invaded.
they may be, because we have a precedence last year when DSS attacked the House, that the Vice President have to remove the head of the DSS. You know, it's a bad image for a country. People will see that country as lawless, and sometimes it may be difficult to be relating with such government or such nation, whereby they see that the government does not obey. You know, in times of giving assistance, giving support, sending all this foundation help to the country, to the government, they may not trust if they see that they only disobey law. And also there are some countries who want to do a business deal with the country, but if they see that even their own country law, they had respect for it, what would be that of international, like a contractual agreement, that if they can disregard this one, they may disregard. So when they find that trust ability, they may find it difficult.
Okay. Tax Buhari on adherence to rule of law. Reps tax Buhari on adherence to the rule of law.
Yes, they are just reminding him to adhere to law, because it's a general knowledge that the government presently, from some times ago, have been having respect for the from the court's judgment. So they are advising him to give in to the adherence or to abide by the court judgments.
Nobody talk of it. Obasanjo did not use that decree for, apart from the armed robbers that kill human being on the process. And the Nigerian law permit that time that whosoever use arm to rob and kill somebody must be executed, which is what only place Obasanjo added. Now, after Obasanjo handed over, decree 4 was silently. It's only Shagari, the late Shagari, Shehu Shagari, that operate on human law or human rights. Now, Obasanjo came back, partially or fully. Obasanjo operate on human law, human rights. He did not apply decree 4, but after the overthrowment of Shagari, decree 4 came up. It was under the same present man, Buhari, under his regime. 20 months he ruled. It's not up to 2 years. 20 months he ruled before Babangida removed him. He introduced decree 4 back fully, which he executed the people that were convinced of cocaine. They caught them on cocaine, but law never proved them that they carry cocaine, because that cocaine is a powder, it's a substance. You don't know what the substance they hold, whether it's powder, whether it's amala, whether it's gari. You say they are carrying cocaine. They were executed without going through the due process of law. Those 3 men, at least Bartholomew, Owolabi, and the other people, they are 3 in number. They were executed. Now, the same man, we are there. First people in decree 4, he jailed 3 newspaper journalists, which Guardian, I remember one of them, Guardian, the other 2 did not remember them again, in the same person. Now, after that, Babangida enter. He play his own intelligent, individual, smart game. He amend that decree 4 and call it decree 2. That's what I'm saying. He amend that decree 4 and call it decree 2. He did not operate fully on that decree 2. He used cane and carrot under that decree 2. He will flog you, he will give you carrot. He will flog you, he will give you carrot. That's what Babangida used. As an intelligent military officer, naturally. Now, this man enter. After Babangida Seppas died, Abacha enter and use that decree 4 fully under military act. When he left, Abu Salam did not last long. 9 months, he hand over. Obasanjo enter. And they use cane and carrot under human law. When you sin, he punish you. Punishing you, he will have mercy and release you. Like there are some politicians that he jail. He followed due process. Like Bode George. Alamesa was jailed in overseas. Ibori was jailed in overseas. Those people he jailed here, he used process of law to convince them. People know that yes, they are corrupt. He jailed them. And no one he jailed life imprisonment or more than 5 years. At least most of them 5 years, 2 years. They were released. They have their freedom. That we call freedom or human rights. Freedom or human rights. Do not say when somebody commit offense, he should not be punished. But to punish that person through due process of law. Now this one come back again. I don't see, since he entered 2015, I don't see that human rights granted to Nigerians. El Zakar was there. They jail him. Court to God, give order. No.
Sowore's rearrest reps to probe DSS over invasion of courtroom.
We have had it. We have seen it all. What can we do? I don't know why people will be complaining. I don't know why people will be talking. Me, as a person in particular, I always like to look for the foundation of everything in life. In everything that I'm passing through in life, I like to look at the foundation of that thing. But some people choose not to look into it. Look at the foundation of everything that is happening. Because it's the foundation is the basis. Now, this is foundation, Sowore issue is all about the violation of human rights. Most of us, some of us will come here, will be complaining, talking about Nigeria, talking about all those things, complaining. I mean, all those things, I don't see the impact all those things can yield to our life. Because coming to the foundation I'm talking about, coming to the basis I'm about to talk now. We have the world, the United Nations, that is overseeing the affairs and the activities of the world. They are there. They have given almost absolute sovereignty to every country to go and govern their country the way they want. That is the structure they adopted. And that is what is causing problem worldwide. They say one of the objectives is to maintain peace and not to allow the Third World War to occur again. But they are not contributing to that. The problem in the whole world today, United Nations is the cause. I will tell you. The world is in disarray. There is fight in China, Syria, Pakistan, Iran, Yemen, this, Boko Haram in Nigeria, Somalia, terrorism, United Nations is the cause. Because they are there playing politics. They are deceiving themselves. They are not effective as they are supposed to be. What they tell us and what they read in paper is not what they are doing. And that's why you are seeing problem here and there all over the world.
Wait, you said something that the UN have given the freelance to each countries to govern themselves the way they like.
Yes.
Since the governors of each country have been handed over to them, do you think they should be held responsible for whatever happens in different countries?
Yes, they should be held responsible because the structure they adopted is a very wrong structure. United Nations championed the cause of human rights on paper, but not on practice. They write on paper about human rights of this, human right of that, but they are not practicing it. They are not effective on it. You write on paper that somebody has a right to protest, and that person protested in his country. without arms, freely. And the government of that country rose up, massacred them, killed them. And United Nations will keep quiet and they will not do anything. You put human right on paper, write human right, full paper. But you did not create a structure to protect that human right.
So, in a nutshell, you're trying to blame the UN for the misfortune happening in our country.
UN are the cause of all calamities that is happening in the world. They are the cause of everything that is happening in the world. They are the cause. You write in your UN charter that any country that fights, and the country is 30 years or how many years they rose, they say 30 or 35 years or thereabout, and that country is free to go. If they fight, and eventually they stay in that country, and they reach so years, that they are free to go. And that country fought, and they reach so years. The country that are still in still hold them bound. And yet, same United Nations that wrote it on paper are keeping quiet. How many are we going to count? You said you are United Nations, that your objective is to maintain peace all over the world. The objective is to not to allow Third World War to occur. There is terrorism all over the world. United Nations will be watching a country fought a war for 9 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, all about. They will only be supplying food. The more they supply food to that country, the more that country go on, kill people, destroy things year to year, year to year, year to year. Did it tangle with the objective? The answer is no. Liberia fought their war for almost 9 to 10 years. And the United Nations was watching. Sudan fought war for how many years? The United Nations was watching. Look at terrorism in Somalia. Look at Nigeria, Boko Haram. And all of us are members of the United Nations. Then what are we benefiting? Why should they adopt that structure of unlimited rights for any country to have unlimited rights? The absolute sovereignty to govern their country. I believe in sovereignty, but it should have been to an extent.
Haven't we heard from our reviewers the different opinions, suggestions? This is where we are going to drop the curtain for today. Join us for more exciting stories. Bye for now. Have a nice day.